Minasan konnichiwa. So here I am in Japan. I've been here for a full week, 7 days, and so here is a video. I've got some things to talk about, things I noticed this first week in Japan. First thing I noticed in Japan was the vending machines, of course. I mean, when we drove back from the airport to my home, we have stopped somewhere to have a little pause, a little break, and it was like, you know how you have the highway stops where you normally have like a shop or something and there's toilets. Well, here there were toilets and vending machines. So because it was late, so I think the shop was closed or something. I don't know if there was a shop, but if there was one, it was closed. So all there were vending machines. And there were lots of kinds actually. There were like drinking vending machines and food vending machines. But the drinking vending machines were like super big and you had like lots of choice, and they didn't only sell cold drinks but also warm drinks. So you had also food vending machines in which they sold like potato fries and hot waffles. One huge thing I've been dealing with this week was the language barrier, because yeah, they speak Japanese here and I don't really speak that much of Japanese. I have taken 1 year of Japanese in Belgium, but that means I can understand like the basic Japanese, but of course people don't speak in basic language all of the time, right? So it's difficult to understand everything they try to say to me, because the English isn't that great, but they do their best to communicate with me. They translate words Japanese to English on their iPhones and like that. Hooray for Japanese technology. I will try to my best to like learn Japanese as fast as possible so I can understand them, because that's like one of the things that like holding me back right now. 7 days in Japan. You might think that means 7 days of going away, visiting shrines, visiting the Japanese culture and pop culture and I don't know what. But actually it hasn't been that busy yet. I mean, there have been a few busy days, but also some boring days. So yeah, but I mean that's because my family has to work, so they can't take me like every day somewhere. I understand it, and I have been dealing with my jet lag also, so it wasn't that much of a problem to have some free days. But then the busy days were like super busy. I have had one day I had to get up at 5 in the morning, and then I was only home at like 7 p.m. I think, and I was really tired. But somewhere it was also my choice to wake up that early, because they asked if I wanted to do that or not, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. So. Another thing I didn't really think through before I came to Japan was that there are a lot of opportunities where you have to take off your shoes. So anywhere where it's like a little bit homey, I don't know how to say, but I think a little bit more homey, you have to take off your shoes and put on some slippers, or don't put on some slippers. I wasn't prepared for that. I mean, I have some sort of sneakers, so I always have to tie the laces, untie the laces, tie the laces, always. So that's a lot of work. So some days there are like 4 times that you have to take off your shoes and put them back on. So that's a lot of work. But I also have some easier shoes with me. And then the last thing. So yesterday I visited my high school. It's a private school, so you have like a uniform, but I think almost every school in Japan has a uniform. And so I had to try it on to see what was the right measurement. That's okay, I mean, it's cool to have a uniform, I guess. I have never had one before, so that's new. But they have like one the usual uniform, I think. So that's a jacket, a white shirt, a bow tie, a skirt, socks and shoes. But so that's one. But next to that there's also like the sport uniform, so you have sport shoes, sport pants and shorts, t-shirt, also a jacket, and next to that you also have a windbreaker jacket and pants. So that's a lot of things for a uniform, I think. But they will also put my name on it, so that's really cool. That's really cool. Okay, I think that's all for this first week in Japan. And yeah, so I'll talk to you later.